Yeah, absolutely. Um, so I I guess I'll start. I started having a lot of like conscious, like the experience of consciousness around something being very terribly wrong. um, as kind of an older teenager, I would say maybe like around age 16 or 17, I started um, developing a lot of I developed an eating disorder. I was going through a lot of really challenging um, issues within my family. Um, and from there, it just progressed into a lot of drinking, just a lot of tendencies of addiction, I guess, drinking drugs for the majority of my um, like college years and into my early 20s. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, my body started just kind of breaking down. I broke out with cystic acne all over my face, my back, which I had never had any skin problems ever before in my life. I was dealing with like eczema and psoriasis type um, kind of lesions on my skin. I dropped like a ton of weight out of nowhere and I was getting panic attacks. So things just kind of kept building over the course of about 10 years in my young adult life. And I had no idea like that wasn't normal and that the way that I was living was just like, I had no idea that wasn't how um, I was meant to feel and be living in the world, essentially. And so I started this kind of soul searching, changing the way I was living my life, at least trying to stop drinking so much, at least looking at my daily habits and things that I could try to change consciously. I got really into yoga at that point in my life as well, about 5 years ago. And yet there was always something like under the surface. There was always something there that I just like couldn't get to. And I've done work with standard talk therapists to Reiki masters to EFT to working with essential oils, working with meditation and yoga, working with Ayurvedic consultations, different breath work. Like I've done so much different styles of healing to try to get to the root of really what was causing all this like anxiety and just like underlying feelings of being like overwhelmed in the world. And so getting to this work with Cherie then helped me get to the root of the problem that I actually experienced a number of times of sexual abuse as a child. And it wasn't in my conscious memory. So all of this was just underlying all of my behaviors, the way that I was seeing the world in a way that I couldn't access it and I couldn't touch it. And despite like trying to peel back all the layers with all of these other healing works that I've done, I just like couldn't get to that one piece. I knew that something was there and I couldn't touch it until I started working with Cherie, and all of a sudden it was like everything made sense. Like everything from my past, all of the choices, the bad choices that I've made, the choices that I didn't feel were even a choice, just like what had happened to me, and all of my health issues, the constant anxiety, sleep trouble, like everything just made sense. And it's through this work with her that I've been able to really pull that root out of the ground and now start fresh.